All right, well, it's time now for our daily dose of the French Riviera, and that's where the Cannes Film Festival is coming into its final stretch. Well, one of France's biggest filmmakers is screening his movie today. And for more, let's bring in France 24's arts editor Yves Jackson. Now, Yves, director Jacques Audiard is no stranger to Cannes. So tell us, does his film this time around live up to expectations?
It certainly does. Now, they call him often in the English press the French Martin Scorsese because of the intensity and the darkness of his films. The movie from him is always a mouth-watering prospect. Now, Dheepan is Jacques Audiard's seventh film in 20 years. The most famous is possibly Rust and Bone, which stars Marion Cotillard. Now, Dheepan is an intense thriller that goes right to the heart of the immigrant crisis. It tells the story of a former Tamil Tiger fighter who flees from Sri Lanka to France, where he becomes a caretaker in a block of flats dominated by a drug gang. Now, the character is actually played by a real former Tamil Tiger rebel. Take a look.
நீ ஒழுங்கா படிக்கணும் போய் ஃப்ரெஞ்சு கதைக்கும் மற்ற பிள்ளைகள் மாதிரி படிக்க படித்து ஃப்ரெஞ்சு கதைக்கும் இல்லாட்டி எல்லாம் திருப்பி நீங்கள் போடுவாங்க ஒரு எனக்கு ஊருக்கு திரும்பி போய் விருப்பமா விருப்பமா எனக்கும் விருப்பம் இல்லை.
And Dheepan continues Jacques Audiard's unblemished record. It really is a very strong film here at the Cannes Film Festival competition. Earlier in the Cannes press conference where he speaks to the world's media, he talks about developing the idea for the film.
In the beginning, when I worked with the screenwriters, we were making a genre movie, a vigilante movie. Something with someone seeking revenge. Quite quickly, I realized that I wasn't going to do a documentary about the civil war in Sri Lanka, or about life in a rough suburb, but that I was going to use those two things as the wallpaper to my story. It's part of the scenery.
Dheepan is passionate, first-rate filmmaking, definitely one for you to go and see at the cinema, Molly.
All right, so then you're giving that one 2 thumbs up. I want to talk now about a movie called Love. Now, this certainly had people talking and had a very late-night screening last night there where you are, and this because it is a, how do we say, a 3D sex film. Tell us more.
The clue's in the title, 3D sex film. Now, we know Gaspar Noé. He's an Argentinian French filmmaker. We know him best really for Enter the Void, which was here in 2009. An astonishing movie that was. Unfortunately, this doesn't quite live up to that. He said he wanted to make an emotional movie featuring hardcore sex, and that he did. This is about a love triangle and a doomed romance. Now, there were queues trying to get into this film. It was a little bit of a media bloodbath, but I have to say, not long after it started, and it starts with a very hardcore graphic sex scene, people started walking out. Have a look at a scene from the film, one of the kind of not quite so hardcore ones, because we can't be showing that here on France 24 after all.
How old are you?
17. 17, yes. Like, soon.
I fucking love Europe.
Give me that.
So that gives you an idea of what the film is like. There is something very endearing about it, I have to say, although the acting, whether you could tell there or not, isn't strong. It lacks quite a lot of substance, and it was only finished on Tuesday this week, so it was rushed to get ready in time for the Cannes Film Festival, and I feel like you can tell that. Maybe it would have been a better film if he had more time to work on it. He doesn't use the 3D to its max, although there is the money shot in that film. I'm not going to describe it for you. I'll leave it to your imagination.
Yes, indeed. I do not think you need to describe for us what that could be. All right, but we do know that the Cannes Film Festival, it certainly is, it's coming into its final stretch. The Palme d'Or will be handed out on Sunday. Are we seeing any signs of all of the glitz and glamour and everything slowing down there?
Apart from the dark circles under some of our eyes and the rain, which is keeping some people inside today, the Cannes Film Festival goes on. The party doesn't stop until the very last hour. This is a city that grows by 100,000 during the festival. That's how many people come, and then it suddenly goes very quiet after the last bell tolls. Now, there are hundreds of pop-up events that take place during this time, which aren't here during the rest of the year, from beachside yoga to personalised ice cream. Our reporters Catherine Nicholson and Pauline Goddard have been finding out more for you.
A VIP's eye view of the Cannes Film Festival. 150 metres above the Mediterranean, flying at 180 kilometres an hour, in a helicopter ordered on demand via your smartphone. This is only on offer until 1 hour after the Palme d'Or winner is announced, costing just over twice as much as a taxi from Nice to Cannes and taking just 7 minutes to get there. It's no longer just the stars who can take to the skies on a whim.
It's definitely widened our customer base. Before, all of our customers were pretty similar kind of people, but this has opened things right up.
Since we started this partnership with Uber, we've had 3 or even 4 times the normal number of customers for the Nice-Cannes route. It's a service our company already offered, but this special Uber app for the festival made it more accessible to ordinary people.
Also flying in specially for the festival, a host of bars, clubs and restaurants. This one a staple of the New York going out scene with its high-end party brunch concept. The pop-up Cannes version has a 2-week lifespan only. That includes setting up and taking it all down, even the sand on the beach brought in specially for the occasion.
We only have 3 days to build everything, to move the beach, because, as you say, the beach was actually a little smaller, so we increased the amount of sand to actually create a real nice platform. It is a tremendous amount of work, actually.
Whether it's dining on food with Michelin stars or starring in a movie of sorts, there's a wealth of unusual and fleeting opportunities open to the Cannes Festival goer. In just a few days' time, the whole town's population will have gone down by more than 100,000. All of these tents on the beach behind me will have disappeared. And as it happens, so will I.
Before we all disappear from the Cannes Film Festival, there's lots still to come. Later on, I'll be speaking to the Queen of Bollywood and arguably the most beautiful woman in the world, Aishwarya Rai. So see you then for the Cannes Rendezvous.
All right, Eve, excellent. Thank you. Hang in there. You got until Sunday. That's Eve Jackson reporting there from the Cannes Film Festival. Let's talk